pulling on Nigma. They don't get anything in return with that neutral creep deny onto Insania. Still Nigma just struggling to catch a break. As in Liquid, they're just winning all 3 lanes. They're pushing in. Mickey able to play very aggressively up here by this tier 2 tower because of the fact that he knows that the Nigma are just struggling to catch anything at all down on this bottom half of the map.
Yeah, normally it's like, oh, you see Nigma doing this down bottom. They're trying to make space for the Spectre. But like you said, Mickey, he's up top, not really letting Miracle farm nicely there at all. Has Quake for bottom, gets the root.
Silence as well. That's going to cause a huge issue for Weeha as he has to back off straight off and pops the side of Fist. The light gets popped down, bringing back in Kuro to the root. Kuro will fall. They step over towards Mind Control. He's got another surge as he attempts to juke away. Insania looking for the knockback. Boxy moving in. A buff up the cooldown on his spells. Another silence in play as Mind Control trapped in the trees. Rooted as well. It's another kill for Liquid. The arrow will be easily dodged by Liquid as Nigma. Got to be careful with We Are and GH just backing away. This top half of the map. Mickey, he's not even needed for these fights so far. Liquid able to play easily without their Queen of Pain. Very much the insurance policy here for Liquid, and a very strong one too. Mickey, level 10, and still with the Sonic Wave ready to use whenever it's required. They're at a 5k lead. Nigma sort of getting a taste of their own medicine in game 1.
Yeah, and their map is going to shrink very quickly. As you mentioned, there's a lot of different ways for them to push. And man, the biggest thing really is like, yeah, the 5k golden, but I'm just looking at the levels. Weeha, level 7. Mind Control now hit level 7, so they've got their, you know, that level, that max ion shell. They're trying to make use of it.
There's some big dives here. We Are going in under the tier 1. Roll forward from Tiger. They drop down the sentry. We Are's got the chains. He jumps over to the side. The silence is there from Tiger into the pit from Quake for spare. We Are, he's going to end up going down. They pop the Sonic Wave, knocking back the 3 of them, but Quake for does fall. Nigma able to get a trade. Moonlight Shadows pops as Nigma reposition. Kuro just drops down the death ward looking for Tiger. Tiger's able to roll away and he will manage to make it. GH still stepping in, see if he can get the charge out onto Tiger. Will be able to do so, but Tiger, he's still got the 1 charges. He's going to be okay. Boxy steps in with the Siphon onto GH. GH still have 2 leaps available. Miracle goes in under the tower to kill off Insania. A surge up on Mind Control as he backs off from Mickey, but with a jump forward and a scream, Nigma, they're all falling low. A time with the paralyzing cast of the paralyzing taunt to Mickey doesn't matter as Mickey steps forward, takes down Kuro, another blink in. Mickey's ready for another. Weeha jumps forward, gets the chains off onto Mickey. Can they kill this Quap? The blinks back up. Mickey's able to get away. They chase him with the paralytic damage. It was enough. The last tick is able to bring down Mickey, so Nigma will find something in response. Go over towards Boxy, or does Boxy go over towards them? Steps in with the Siphon onto Mind Control. Mind Control barely lives with the Fairy Fire. Will manage to stay alive here, and that looks like it will be that for that fight there. Bit of a back and forth trade. This time around, Nigma at least able to find something in return as Mickey does, you know, you could feel it there. He was getting in the zone. He felt the momentum. It just carried him a little too far and a little too deep as Nigma were able to turn and ensure they got the Quap's life in trade. Oh, Darrow. Got him. Connections there onto Boxy. He's got the full wand in the yaws though. A tricky target to go for and does have the Ghost ready to pop if a fight doesn't shoot.
That was Nigma's big move though, right? That was when they got those levels ready. They got that Ion Shell combo onto Weeha. They used their Haunt. Liquid, they still have go time. Sure, they expended Magnetize and Sonic Wave, but they have so many different options available. They have the Will-O-Wisp, now they've actually forced their Exorcism too. They're still ready to fight, and I don't feel like Nigma really is to this unit just yet. If they can catch someone alone, or someone can split off, perhaps.
And you can see with the item build up from Miracle, it's, you know, it's very much feels pressure to get these sort of, you know, these smaller items, so it has some sort of impact early, but it does hurt his overall game. Having to go for the drums into Yasha, it's not like the Spectre is going to be like boom, suddenly this huge scary threat.
Yeah, definitely not. I think he's just trying to get anything so they can just fight back. Because I feel like if they don't just fight back, they're going to end up losing every outer tower, and then they won't be able to actually ever farm and catch back up. So I can understand why he's going for that. Liquid, though, continuing to just definitely press in this game. Really solid and comfortable with this draft.
Planning deep. Weeha's hunting behind the tower. Okay. And chains onto Insania with the arrow connection. It'll be a quick Cottle kill to start things off, but a TP's in from Tiger. Boxy chasing down Mind Control with the Siphon, but a surge out will save Darks here. Over towards Weeha they look, but he's got the Remnant out in preparation. Boxy in position to make it kind of hard for Weeha to jump over. Tiger's going to start to poke. Over he jumps. Boxy's there waiting. No silence. Still on cooldown for 12 seconds, so Weeha will be able to launch out with another Remnant. Get himself out to safety. Top lane Mickey. He's been getting so much solo XP this game. He's already nearly level 13. You see big eyes coming out. Yeah, that's a quick timing. 16 minutes.
An Ember versus an Orchid. This is a 3,800 net worth Ember.
Yeah.
It's going to be a tough one for sure. He's looking for the aggressive plays. He's got the Ion Shell on him. Tiger.
Finish him off though, Tiger. With the bracer. Got a bit of tank to him. The Horde does come into play, but the Sonic Wave knocks back both Weeheart and Mind Control. They pop down the Death Wall. Kuro will fall. Mickey's able to jump out. They couldn't even find the Quap. Weeheart ticking down to the Magnetize. They do manage to finish him with the Maledicts. Weeheart does go down though to that damage from the Poison Dagger from Mickey. Miracle still having a bit of a poke with them. He's got to respect the bear though. Quaitford with a very quick Desolator timing. If he gets his hands on anybody, they will start to get shredded. No first hit route, fortunately for GH, as he can pounce away.
Speaking of GH, you know, we talked about that Vessel. He's having a better game than Weehaw, so he has chosen to go for it for sure this game. They do definitely need one. And they do get that, they at least got Mickey, that's the big one. That Maledict definitely coming through as he just comes in. That's what, how's that experience chunking down? Yeah, alright, it doesn't move that much, but they're showing some fighting force. They're trying not to allow Liquid to just like set up and play their own game. I feel like Nigma's just trying to cause chaos, because if they just let Liquid play their game, they're just going to set up and take every tower. So making these aggressive moves is quite good.
Should be an easy Roche. They know that there's no Horde.
Yeah.
I mean, even with it, Nigma's lineup just doesn't pose a threat to the 5-man of Liquid as they band together to take down the Roshan. Insania dies bottom, but he has no problem with that whatsoever. Just, if anything, keeping any attention away from the pit. Not that it was required, really, with how strong Liquid is right now with the 7K lead. And now the Aegis on mid-K. Of course, he has been the one, as we've said, to die the last few times to the Maledict.
Yeah.
They'll make sure that doesn't happen in the next fight.
A good heads-up move there by them. No, yeah, like you said, no haunt. They have nothing really to worry about, as Nigma is far too weak to be able to fight them there. And now back to farming and pushing those lanes out. Make it back in his home up top, but he's actually responding. He sees Weehaw bottom and he has an Orchid, so he feels very confident.
Then they go with the first silence. Follow-up silence from Boxy. That's a kill that's going to happen every single time until Weehaw has got that Yules done. And even then, does still need to ensure that he always has that Remnant out in preparation. Otherwise, there will be a follow-up silence to catch him as he falls out of the Yule.
How's Mind Control? Just had a pretty quiet time. Almost a mech. They actually might. They got a setup on Mickey. They might be able to blow that Aegis.
I mean, that with the Maledict, he's certainly going to go down the once. GH instantly goes for the TP away. He makes it. So, I mean, they're doing an excellent job of killing the Quap. This seems to be the one thing that Nigma can do whilst behind. They're killing off Mickey. As you say, he had the Aegis there, but that is the Aegis gone. That does mean the next fight round, Mickey probably will just die.
And they didn't have to expend anything. That was literally just an invisible Witch Doctor from a Ruin that was in a good position to set up into a follow-up. And that allows now Miracle. He has Haunt available again. Here we go. They're ready to smoke, look for an engagement. They've got a Spirit Vessel charge as well. They looks like they want the big target. They want that Lone Druid.
He is out on his own right now.
Yeah. Mind Control's pushing out bottom, maybe trying to bait Liquid a little bit to thinking more are down there to allow them to catch this Lone Druid up top.
Gonna get a vision of him. They know that he's here. This should be a pretty free setup. He'll pop the True Form. Let's give him a decent extra bit of HP, but those cask bounces causing issues as Quaitford cannot step away. Nigma able to find a high-value catch.
Kuroki keeps getting all the kills from Maledict, though. I know that they probably really wanted that on Miracle, but Maledict too strong.
Kuro's not complaining.
No.
He's rolling in the money. 900 gold. He can see he fits what he wants to buy into. Mid lane, Tiger goes for the roll.
Nice kickback.
Yeah, into the silence. He's got be used up by Boxy, buying time for Mickey to come in with the follow-up Orchid silence. And it's a kill well done. Kuro is going to go for the cask. Hey, he's kind of doing it. He's going to take down Tiger with him.
Double
the Kuro not to go down without a fight. Will manage to get the support trade in that regard. They are looking for GH. GH out with the TP. Yours wasn't. Oh, it is there in time. You're right. No, poor GH. It wasn't the shortest it could have been. Tries to stay out on the map, and in that, it costs him his life, as the time was just there for the Yules to come off cooldown from Boxy and cancel that TP.
Yeah, it had like, what, 2 seconds? I thought the TP was going to finish with 1 second remaining, but, yep, long TP. Miracle. He at least soaks the space from all of this, but Liquid, they're still getting more out of the map with all of these movements. Now Mickey, I believe that's his BKB finished. Yes, so now he should be pretty much unkillable.
As long as he gets it out at the start, right? Because, of course, we do still have to remember that if he does take a huge amount of burst whilst Maledicted before the BKB, he's still going to take that big chunk of Maledict damage if he BKBs a little too late.
Should be able to play around it.
Yeah.
They both should be having BKBs pretty soon. Foxy as well, getting very close to it. Nigma, they're trying to get something here. The bear
goes to route as Foxy wants to finish off that tier 2. We'll see what Nigma want to do in response. Both Mind Control and Miracle just jungling right now.
GH nails Boxy with the arrow. Boxy's down very low. God, he almost died. The tower just nailed him the whole time.
Mickey. He's in under the tower. Straight on to GH. Bear's coming in as well. It's tier 2. It's gone. And Tiger, he wants the kill as well. He's diving in, looking for GH. GH will be able to stay hidden in the trees. Another arrow flies out. We are having a poke at them from the back, but he's got to be wary. That bear gets on top of him. One route. Will kill him, Mickey. Then on to Kuro. Orchid Silence is there. Kuro's trying to escape. The chains do hold back the bear. The Voodoo Restoration is healing him up. As Kuro, can he get back up to the high ground in time? He's trying, but Quite's got the bear on top of him. Kuro goes down. Tiger playing around with both with both GH and Weeha in the trees. The Silence is there into the kick. They get the kill onto GH. Weeha, he's jumped across. He's low on the mana though. The bear's in. The bear into the root, into the Silence, into the Sonic Wave. They've got the combo required to kill off the Ember. Weeha dead once again, and with 3 down, Liquid, they've got good space to push up to the high ground.
Yeah, even though they didn't... Oh, the Hunt actually jumps forward. He gets Tiger. All right. Sneaky little play.
And they're searching him. He's going to try. He's surged up. He's going for Mickey. Mickey, one hit away from dying. Yules is there, into the Silence. Miracle couldn't quite get Mickey. Mickey's going to play it safe from the distance. Quite for the fear into the roots. He has the control. Oh, does he for Miracle? He does. The Cypher will finish him. Boxy gets the kill. Nigma, they're still trying to fight on Kuro. He's got the Death Ward if he wants to lay it down, and he will. Looking for Insania. The Silence is fried out from Boxy, though. Puts a quick stop to the Death Ward. Slide down to the low ground with the 4-staff. Insania still alive. Knocked back as well. Pushing Mind Control over the wall. Insania still living right now. Jim's trying to finish him. He will get it with the right clicks. Takes him down. Boxy commits with a BKB over the towards Kuro with that Silence, but it's not enough damage. In fact, Boxy, he's got to be a little bit careful himself. The 3 heroes, they're turning on, so he goes for the TP out with the man. The BKB with the timing for GH. He sees the window where the BKB ends before the TP is successful. The arrow connects, and they do manage to kill off Boxy.
And Weeha needed that one. He was getting close to that bottom net worth for his team. He actually is able to pick that one up. He's still very far from any type of item, but they do, they still push them away. But it's Liquid still overall leading charge with the gold lead and that experience lead too. And they get right back to what they were doing before, pushing out those side lanes. But right away too, Nigma, they're not holding up. They also Moonlight Shadow right away. They're looking for something.
Tiger's going to try and roll in. GH able to turn, get the arrow off the fear. Quite's on top of them. There's no detection on the front lines. They do get the double sentry there. A bit of a panic because they've desperately attempted to get vision of GH. Wasn't to be so in time as the bear unable to get a grab onto Mirana. Pushing him once more. Miracle's item. The Manta Star just a few hundred gold away. Trying to get that for the next fight. Then he at least will have some way of entering in without having the warrior being entirely controlled by Liquid's lineup. Smoke from Insania, 25 seconds and the Will-O-Wisp will be there. Dive in under the tower, McKay's looking for GH. GH rolled in upon by Tiger. He's able to kick him back away from the rest of his team. There's no help for the Mirana. GH falls. Tier 2 getting taken out. As Liquid will claim another objective. One more tier 2 for the taking down bottom when they wish to do so. Miracle able to find the space to finish that Manta. So now definitely a bit of a trickier target to get. Still not necessarily the biggest of threats though. Mid lane. End of the roll forward. We are just instantly getting controlled outside the base. Was not able to back off in time. Kuro stands his ground with the Death Ward. There'll be a buyback from Weeha. Can he save Kuro? Kuro pops the 1 charges. Boxy lines up the Crypt Swarm. Nukes down the Witch Doctor. Liquid, they're up to the high ground. The bear onto the tier 3. They're going to need the defense to come into play soon. GH is back up in 5. The tier 3, it's already gone. They head forward with the Spectre, but the straight Yules are on the side. The vacuum walls down, but Boxy pops the BKB. They're trying to stick their efforts onto this Rax. Can they get it? The bear is down. The Rax are slowly going. They will finally die. They got what they came for. Nigma unable to push them back in time as they lose the melee Rax in mid. Weeha Doesn't quite get the chains catch there. Attempted to grab Boxy. Arrows out. Will hit. Ooh, no, it won't. Boxy with the last millisecond juke there. It's a good job as well for him, as that may have been enough for Nigma to try and reach outside of the base and go for him. But they've lost their melee racks. Liquid, their timings continue. They're taking these towers. They're breaking the high ground. And Nigma still struggling to slow them down. It's a 15k lead for Liquid and a growing one at that as well.
Man, Weeha's just bottom 2 net worth too. He's not really able to do too much inside of these fights. But yeah, Liquid have been pretty much doing exactly what they need to do with their draft. Just keeping that pressure up and just playing very aggressively. They know that the team fight is just much stronger for them. The only way that they actually have a chance of losing this is if they just get caught split up too many times. And yeah, they're just kind of sticking together. Look at how they're hiding. Mickey playing very careful, and then the rest of them all staying as a unit. Not giving Nigma any...
No, all 3 cores of Liquid. I mean, well, the entire team just having an exceptional game here.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
And Nick,
happy to see Darks here too.
Yeah, it's not working out so far. I mean, not to say that Mind Control himself has not had impact. It's just that he hasn't really had the heroes to play with, right? Both this Spectre and Ember that potentially could have been these mid-game quick carries that were charging in, using the power of the Iron Shell and the Surge to get the early kills. Those timings were never hit because of the brutal start that Liquid were able to bring to both of them, and in particular, we are, as you mentioned, just heavily struggling, miles behind on the farm, and just not having a game at all so far, really, on the Ember.
Yeah, I think that's the biggest one for me, right? He was level 4 versus the level 6 of the Ranger because of what Liquid had prioritized. And yeah, it's really been showing that he can't... He's trying to catch back up, but he really needed to have a stronger early game to be able to have what they wanted for him to do. As yeah, Liquid knocking on the front door again.
We'll see how heavy they want to go in. It worked on the mid lane. There's no reason to believe that it's not going to happen again up top.
Yeah, especially with the bear with minus 12 armor with, you know, the Desolator plus the destruction.
Oh, that's lovely.
Very nice.
Very, very lovely. Finally, Weeha is able to finish his first item this game, and it will be the Deso. And in they go. Pushing back Miracle.
Arrow does connect onto Boxy. The bear does go down the once.
Instant resummon. The Will-O-Wisp will be taken out. Boxy committing with the Exorcism as they want to stand their ground and push up for this one. The fortification comes up, but not in time to save the tier 3. They try and step forward onto Boxy. He has got the BKB available. Roll forward from Tiger. He's going to go straight to the arrow. Kuro gets knocked back by the Sonic Wave. They kill off the Witch Doctor. No buyback on Kuro either. Mickey getting a few hits onto the racks as well with the remainder of this BKB. Will back off as it ends. And look what they are actually. They're taking the moment to retreat. Roshan is up if they wish to back off and go for that one. But they kill a Witch Doctor. They do have the numbers advantage. They do have the Ghost, but they want to back off it. I mean, well, what's the reason for this, Fogged? I'm seeing a team that's 19k ahead and ready to take another set of melee racks. What are they scared of? They killed a Witch Doctor, and then what were they worried about?
It's just, I think this is just being careful. You lost one bear. You only have one bear left. Your Exorcism's running out. You use Sonic Wave. You use Will-O-Wisp. You use pretty much every of your big ultimates in your big arsenal. I feel like you're backing up. It's about to be 30 minutes as well. You get your bounty runes and everything. Just get yourself situated. I think pressing the issue there can just be a slight risk that they don't want to take.
All right. I mean, you know, the Liquid of the past did have a tendency to throw the old game when it came to the high ground push. Something that we really don't see from them that much anymore nowadays. At least not nearly the same frequency as when this team first began to play.
No, they've actually split themselves up nicely, not getting baited to go for those bounties. Insania, walking right through them. He just walked, okay. He walked right through the Darkseer as well as that Mirana. There's that Glimmer. Boxy. BKB and TP if you would like to.
He's kind of deep.
Uh-oh. You waited a long time for that one.
He's... I mean, why? Why, folks? Why? What? Why? You just lost your Death Prophet. He's dead for a whole minute. I mean, I guess you know, Exorcism's still on cooldown for 30 seconds. He's like, dude, well, when I don't have Exorcism, my team doesn't need me. My team doesn't care. They only care when I have Ghosts. So he just goes and dies on his own up top.
I guess he just thought he was a lot tankier because he had Solar Crest plus Dragon Scale, but yes.
Why now? Insania. You give Nigma sort of that one little bit of an opening, and they will turn it to 1 kill into 2 kills. Roche is up. they're going to try. I mean, if Liquid lose the Roche off the back of this, that's a big issue.
Absolutely, they have to buy back for this one. They are all set up in the area at least, but there is wards now. You see Nigma, they've gotten their vision down. At least watch them.
Let's go. Buyback available on Boxy. He's got to wait the 10 seconds. Quite is going to be able to bring the bear in, but Nigma's going to get this. Those two deaths there will mean that Miracle has the Aegis. Liquid still have a very strong fight though. They're heading with the Sonic Wave onto Kuro. They jump over straight away onto Mind Control and Miracle. They'll find Mind Control as well as a triple kill for Mickey. Miracle will be able to get out in time. So Liquid are able to bring the fire, as you would expect for a team that's 18k ahead. Mickey cleaning up the fight with that triple kill. But all things said and done, for a team that's behind, Nigma got out on the map. They got Roche, and they're able to get out with the Aegis still in Miracle's hands.
And I believe the cheese too, right? Yeah, Aegis and the cheese.
Yeah.
They got both. Miracle got, I mean, that was very good TP by him. It was very close to Taiga actually clipping him with that rolling boulder, but nice heads-up play by Nigma. Look, we still see Liquid, as we kind of expected. Their overall team fight is still way too dominant when they have everything available, and now they even have Exorcism to continue the push. But yeah, that was a big slip-up.
I'll see what the plan is from them here. The line being drawn from Insane. I mean, this bottom half of the map still with easy objectives for them to play for. That tier 2 is still standing, so no reason really for Liquid to not go and take that. Something that's it's going to be definitely harder for Nigma to contest than them coming to their own high ground defense. Not to say that they won't. We do know that Nigma in these games, even when behind, they're still willing to make these aggressive improvements. Boxy, they try and go in the horn. It's hot. Boxy instantly with the BKB. Both Kuro and Mind Control getting silenced. Taiga opting for the rollout. The horn on the back lines. Miracle, he's gone straight into the center of this fight. He's already used the Manta. That's the Aegis gone the once. He needs the rest of his team to come in and help him. Boxy pops the ghost, but his BKB has already been used. Silence out, vacuums there as well, but Miracle instantly just gets burst a second time. Two back-to-back deaths there from the Spectre. The Aegis and his real life taken away. He will now buy back in an attempt to turn this fight around, but Liquid this time, they're keeping a solid hold of it. It's a double kill for Quaker. Mind Control tries for the TP out. They have the damage to ensure that he will not get away. This fight should secure the finishing blow here for Liquid. 3 dead on Nigma. Buyback comes out from Weehaw. We'll see what the plan is here, but this, without a doubt, should be enough for Liquid to at least clean up the mid, get a good bit of damage onto the top, and if they wanted to, start having a poke at the tier 4s.
Yeah, I mean, excellent fight for them. Miracle jumped into the backlines to try to cause some chaos. I think maybe to protect Weehaw and just to maybe start an engagement, but overall, I mean, Liquid, they held their ground. The Lone Druid and the Queen of Pain they actually just right-click the Spectre to death incredibly fast, back-to-back through that Aegis. They still have a cheese up on Weehaw, though. Taking the heads-up fights, I mean, we're just seeing how strong Liquid really is when they do have their whole arsenal together.
I mean, their heroes who just stacked. Deso, Basher, MKB, Quaker.
4 shots to Rex.
Solar Crest, Yules, BKB, I mean, Mickey as well, with some insane items to buff up the team, having this AC. Yeah, they just take buildings down in a matter of seconds. It's 26k lead, but Nigma, they are still trying to hold on. They have that final lane, this bottom lane that they can hold on to. They really need items on Mirror. I mean, they need items on all their heroes.
They need a lot.
So, you know,
they need like another 10,000 network on some heroes here.
Yeah, Weehaw has just not had the game this game. So that's all he has to show for this sort of 34 minutes. They really put the pressure on the Ember mid early, and it was an excellent call from Liquid to do so.
Yeah,
just shutting down Weehaw early on.
Yeah, just continuing to play aggressive. I mean, you can see, like, Nigma, they tried to react, but Liquid, just because of the way that the lanes went, the way that Liquid really drafted, it's all about this mid game. It's all about the early game fighting. I mean, like we said, it's not your traditional kind of lineup. It's a Queen of Pain, a Death Prophet, and a Lone Druid. These are all about fighting in the mid game. That's exactly what they've done. Nigma trying to get something here on this 35-minute. But yeah, man, 28,000 gold lead.
Nice. Rather a phenomenal lead here from Liquid.
Dire's bottom tower
One
is
that
under
Nigma
attack.
just hasn't been able to break through. Break down.
Let's watch this
Dire's
tower die
bottom tower
and
needs some help.
No reason really to stop the push. Exorcism's back in a couple of seconds.
oof, and now it's an Abyssal Blade Bear. So that's a lot scarier. easier ways for them to set up pretty much everything. And that bear, he really does hurt.
Yeah, he gets a grab on you. And, I mean, what sort of defensive measures do they have? They do have to force some mind control. At least some way of sort of tearing them apart for them, Boxy. He's going to turn with the Siphon onto Miracle. Miracle low on the mana. He's going to have to go base for the refuel, but he's still trying to fight with this. They're bottling him up so that they can keep there on the front, try and push them back at least, try and waste some of the time of this Exorcism. Jump forward with the Abyssal Blade into the Brawn. Spectre's in trouble. He's kicked outside of the race. He's away from the rest of his team. They cannot save him. Miracle goes down. No buyback on the Spectre. Liquid, they turn their attention over towards the tier 3. The cask is out onto Quake for Spare. Boxy moving in with the BKB, charging straight forward towards GH. Miracle with no way of re-entering this action. His buyback still on cooldown from that previous fight. And without their Spectre, the only hero that had any sort of farm, this looks very, very bad for Nigma at this stage of the game. Cheesy caught by VR, but he's just torn apart by this bear. They'll be able to claim the Megas, and Nigma already starting to think of what they're going to do to try and swing this back in game 3. This game 2 is well and truly over. GG is caught by Kuroki. And Nigma, they got hit just as hard as Liquid did in game 1. This was just sort of just as back and forth, a little bit slower, a little more methodical from Liquid with the way they shut this one down, but definitely at a comparable lead. 37,000k advantage for Liquid. This game, it was always in their hands.
Yeah, I think they played excellently to their draft. They always fought. They fought versus Nigma whenever Nigma tried to bring the fight to them, because